Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to show you my latest, I guess it's a kind of a bonkers project really. So this is another little project I want to have in Gibraltar. So I'm just, whilst I can run back with the weekends and use the garage here, I'm doing all my messy work here first, and then I'm going to take it into the flat because my other half would shoot me dead if I started sanding heavy duty pieces of foam and filler in that small bedroom in the apartment in Gib. So I got this crazy idea. I'm still going to I'm still going to continue working on the other end scale layout, which is the 80 centimeters by 120, I think it is, and that's fine. And that's ready to go in, and I've got a separate box. I've got a kind of a flyaway box for that, and bits and pieces to take it in when I get the opportunity, when I'm finished moving furniture around. But I wanted another little, I don't know, just a silly project really. So I came up with this. Why did I come up with an ironing board? Well, when we were clearing out, we found this old ironing board, and the cover was, I think, burnt or something, and we tried getting another cover for it, and we couldn't get the same size, and you know, because everything's made in China, and you can't, I mean, nothing's designed to be repaired anymore, right? So I was halfway down the 3 flights of stairs to take it to the bin, and I just had this ridiculous brainwave, so I ran back upstairs with it and stashed it away. This is a few months back actually. So anyway, so what I've done is I've taken 2 spare pieces of foam. Let me turn this over for you. See. Hang on, I'm holding the camera and moving at the same time. Here we go. So you can see I had 2 pieces of foam hanging around, so I just sort of cut them relatively neatly and glued them together. I used white wood glue, and then I tried a bit of hot glue, which was a big mistake because hot glue melts the foam. If I wasn't so silly, I would have known that before I started, but anyway, live and learn. So I've decided to make it, if you look here, I'll just show you, it's a bit wider than the actual board. So, because I didn't want the track going right to the very edge. So this is 38 centimeters, which is just shy of 15 inches in width, and the length is, I think, 117 centimeters for the baseboard. Oh, so stand back and have a look at it. So that's that, and I've just slapped I had some brown paint. Once I sort of glued it together and sanded it and filled in the gap in the middle, then I just took some rubbish old white household paint and some brown stuff I had lying around. I've used this on the LGB quite a bit, and then just mixed it into this jar to make a lighter color of brown, because I think I'm going to try and do this slightly like southwestern United States, that kind of style. Incidentally, if you're British and you're watching this, yes, that is a Vegemite jar, and I prefer Vegemite over Marmite. And yeah, I know I'll end up in the Tower of London for that, but hey, we are who we are, right? Anyway, so that's that. And then the idea is, obviously this will get bolted down onto it. I'll make it removable, but it'll get bolted down onto it, and then I'm going to build like a little lightweight box at the back to sit on this, where the iron normally sits. And then I've kind of figured out my consist. So that's an old Atlas. What is that? That's a GP7. And then these are sort of semi-old style 36-foot wooden box cars. And then I've got an old style ATSF Santa Fe wood sheathed caboose. And then I'll probably put that building on it. And obviously I built that years ago, never used it. And then really expensive Heljan Concord kit I picked up for £2.50 some years ago. And then I'm going to use Flex Track, and I found these Pico turnouts, and I bought many years ago. I bought those just to test, and I never really tested them properly, but I think one's an Electro Frog and one's an Insole Frog, and that's a whole new thing for me. And then the Fleischmann Track, I bought that when I was up in Barcelona again. Oh, probably not that long ago, actually, maybe 4 years ago, and I've never really used it. And I've got a few pieces of Flex Track left over. So, and then the base, I use this Woodland Scenics foam road bed, which is for the Flex Track. So that's what's on there, and I've just glued it all down with white, basic, you know, dirt cheap, simple white wood glue. So far the whole project has cost me, I don't know, tenner. That's where we're at. So the reason I wanted to do it on an ironing board, apart from it being kind of crazy, is if you can imagine, this is bolted down, and then the sort of the rolling stock and the locomotive and the buildings will just reside in a little box here when I'm not using it. And then I'll off to the back here, I have like a little, don't know if you've ever seen them, it's like a little PWM controller. It just needs a 12-volt source, so it'll all sit in there, nice, neat and tidy. And then, I mean, I'm not going to demonstrate it, but you know how the ironing board folds up and it can hang on the wall or go in the wardrobe. So just a silly little project, really, something else to do. So that's my mission. Now, these, I'm reasonably confident these are going to go around very, very tight bends. And I did some tests years ago with the very short radius curves. And yes, they have micro trains knuckle couplers. They're not the Rapidos, so it's going to be interesting to see if it works. I mean, if it doesn't work, then I'll have to, use some Kato pocket line, but I don't want to do that. I'm really just trying to use what I've got, save money and actually utilize what I've got. So that's kind of the mission there. I do like the pocket line stuff, and I did consider putting Kato track on there, but I don't possess any Kato track which is very tight radius curves. I think the smallest ones I've got are the 100s, but they're just, I mean, that would have come out to about here. It's just way too big. So anyway, so I'm just using what I got, and we'll see how that goes. I don't know when I'll get on to the next bit because I'm super busy right now, moving things around and furniture and just sorting houses out. But anyway, I'll keep you posted. Oh, also on the side here, I'm going to put like a very, very thin contra chapata, which is, well, it's called plywood. It's plywood, it's Spanish for plywood, sorry. It's, but it's very, very thin and very, very lightweight, and just to protect it, because obviously that extruded XPS foam is good stuff, but if it gets bashed, it does dent easily, so I want to protect it. I might even make like a little plastic nose cone just to sit on here. So, yeah, that's it really. I don't know what, I've not drawn any plans for this. There's no big plan, or there's no plan at all really. I'm just kind of winging it as I go along. So, but I would like a turnout or a siding of some sort in there if I can. If I can't do it, I'm not going to worry about it. It'll be as much about the scenery and just faffing about really. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching, and enjoy your model railroading. Speak to you soon.